I'm a Brit living in Texas, and I never thought I'd say this, but today I am taking a little walk through and a review of a British neighborhood located in Bullard, Texas. Howdy, howdy, howdy everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For everyone new here, my name is Ronnie Withers, and if you want to know what it's like to live, eat, sleep, work and play in Tyler, Texas and the surrounding areas just like Bullard, Texas, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you are the first person or first people to be notified on any single Tyler, Texas market updates. My amazing team and I are getting calls every single day of people just like you who are looking to either move to Tyler, move within Tyler, or sell their Tyler home. So if that does sound like you, please go ahead and reach out, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll get together, we'll hop on a little phone call and we'll get you into your dream Tyler home. So this is a bit of a special one for me today because I am in a little neighborhood in Bullard, Texas called Windsor Estates. It sounds very British. I was using a little bit of hyperbole. From my knowledge, this isn't just a British town where everyone living here is British or English. That would be quite strange. I kind of like being the only Brit in the Texas town, but it is a neighborhood located in Bullard, Texas, and everything is named after English towns and villages. We actually have a little street here in Windsor Estates called Essex Drive, and that's exactly where I'm from in England. Let's have a little walk around Windsor Estates and I'll show you some of the houses. I'll show you the lower price points around 400,000, and then I'll show you right at the top price points around 900,000, and then we'll see what we think of Windsor Estates. I have shown you guys several houses in Windsor Estates before, but I've never done a dedicated video. So some of the houses we see as we pass them might look a little bit familiar to you, but we're going to see some new ones as well. For those of you who do not know where Windsor Estates is or what it is, Windsor Estates is a nice little suburban subdivision here in Bullard, Texas. Bullard, Texas is located about 10-15 minutes south of Tyler, Texas. Windsor Estates is about 5 minutes north of the actual city, tiny little city limits of Bullard, Texas. So it brings you about 10 minutes away from the South Tyler area where all the shopping is, where all the stores, foods, all that good stuff. So location wise, we're actually a really optimal location here in Windsor Estates. If I just spin you around real quick, you can see it's a very nice, well kept, well put together neighborhood. It's a great walking neighborhood. My wife and I love to come here for walks. It just really is a really nice suburban Texas neighborhood, even though it's got all the British names. So like I said, there's a big price range here, kind of ranging from 400,000-500,000 at the low end to about 900,000 at the high end. And then we kind of have an average price point around $600,000 here. So let's hop over to one of the streets and have a look at the lower price points, and then we can kind of go up from there and check it out and see what we think of Windsor Estates. So I'm just going to make a little disclaimer before I start. So obviously I'm from England. I'm going to pronounce these road names how they should be pronounced in England. Now, there is a bit of a strange phenomenon where you come to Texas in the South, I don't know if it's the US in general, but some names are not pronounced how they should be in their native land, which is completely fine, but I'm just going to pronounce them the way I do because I don't know any different. If you're living here in Windsor Estates and places are pronounced differently than what I'm saying, then please let me know in the comments, but I'm going to do my best. So the least expensive house in this neighborhood is this one. So we're on Thames Drive right now, Thames. Don't know, I've heard people pronounce it Thames, whatever, it's pronounced Thames. This house is for sale for $479,900. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's 2586 square feet and it was built in 2003 and it's sitting on 0.7 acres. Now it's probably on the lower end of the price point because it's right off of the road. It's not a really busy road, but it is right off of the road. So we're on Thames now. Thames is the road that we come in on before we kind of head into the neighborhood and look at all the other houses. That is what kind of the $500,000 price point gets you, the high 400s. That is where we're going to be starting in Windsor Estates. We only go up from here. So if you have a budget and it's starting kind of close to that $500,000 price point, we can get you in here in Windsor Estates, but to have a wider selection of homes, you're going to have to be into the 500s and 600s before we can have a look at a more than just one home. So we're on the corner of Coventry and Essex right now. Essex my hometown, big up Essex. So we've got 3 houses on Coventry that I want to show you. The first one is this one right over here. So this is the more expensive one on Coventry. It last sold for $725,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It is 3,189 square foot. It's 0.5 acres, so half an acre. It was built in 2018 and it has a swimming pool. That's one thing about all of these houses on Coventry. They're all going to have swimming pools. It's really nice. If you look at an aerial view of Windsor Estates and this road, then you're going to see a lot of swimming pools, which very much needed in Texas, definitely gets a lot of use. I'll just give you a little spin around again. So no sidewalks here, but it's like all of the neighborhoods really that I show you. It's really quiet. Roads are really nice and wide, and it's just a really, really peaceful neighborhood to be in. And I'm sure you can tell, all of these houses are just so well put together. And they're really, really nice, large houses. The yards are kept nice and clean. It's just a really, really nice place to be. So the second house on Coventry that I'm gonna show you is this one right behind me, right here. This one sold for bang on $600,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home. It's 2623 square foot, so 2,623 square foot. And it's just over 0.8 acres. So it's almost coming in on that 1 acre mark. And it was built in 2017, and like I said, that one has a pool too. So that one's slightly less than the 725. So we're doing a bit different than we usually do. We're shaking up a little bit. So we're starting high and we're gonna go low. And then the last house that I'm gonna show you here in Coventry, which is kind of the lower price point, is this one behind me right here. So this one sold at right at $500,000. So it sold at $499,000. It's a 4-bed, 2-bathroom home. It is 2,200 square foot. It is half an acre, 0.52 acres. It was built in 2016, and you guessed it, has a swimming pool too. So Coventry, amazing street to be on in Windsor Estates. You're gonna get a nice big house for a reasonable price in one of the most desirable areas. Bullard, my favorite town. Amazing school district, and this is just a really, really nice central location to be. So Windsor Estates, so far my review, I haven't done a very good job at reviewing, but thumbs up. I could definitely see myself living here in Windsor Estates. Like I said, if you live here in Windsor Estates, how have I done pronouncing the names? So far we've got Thames, we've got Coventry, we've got Essex. I know there's a street called Avonshire. They're the ways we pronounce it in England, but how do you guys pronounce it? Let me know in the comments below. We're officially onto my hometown street, so I think I made a bit of mistakes because I parked all the way at the start of the street, and it's only 10 o'clock. We're in Texas heat, so it's probably 150 degrees right now. So if you see me sweating, I apologize. Your boy's just trying to stay alive out here in the Texas heat. Okay, I think I've walked enough, but we're gonna start with that one over here for sale at the moment on Essex Drive. It's for sale for $530,000. It's a 4-bed, 2.5 bathroom home. It's 2,483 square foot. It's half an acre, nice little half acre, and it was built in 2017, and you're paying for the privilege to be on Essex Drive. We've got one more house to see now, which is actually the most expensive home that has sold in Windsor Estates in the last year and a half. So we're gonna take a look at that one, and then we're gonna do something a little bit different. So usually in my videos, I do little driving tours after every neighborhood or road, but today we're just going to do a whole neighborhood drive. So it's going to be a couple minutes long, and just have a look at the houses. So sit back, relax, have a coffee, have an alcoholic beverage, and just have a look at the houses. Come with me and have a look and just see what you're thinking of the whole layout of this neighborhood. The last house, this one right behind me right here, sold for $811,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,848 square feet, 3,848. 0.626 acres, so just over half an acre. It was built in 2016, and it also has a swimming pool. So that is the most expensive house that is sold here in Windsor Estates in the past year and a half or so. So that's giving you a pretty good idea. Obviously, if you're looking for 10 acres plus, Windsor Estates isn't for you. If you've got a budget of 250, there's a lot of neighborhoods that are really good fits, but this one isn't a good fit for you. So let's do that little driving tour I was talking about, and then we'll finish up and we'll see what we think of Windsor Estates. So that is it. That is Windsor Estates here in Bullard, Texas. Like I said, about 5 minutes away from Bullard itself and about 10 minutes away from Tyler. So absolutely perfect location. I'd give this town 4.8 stars out of 5. I don't know, I'm just making that up as I go. So I'm not the type of person to get homesick, but if I was, I'd be walking around Windsor Estates and just looking at some street names. All kidding aside, Windsor Estates is a really, really good place to live. It's one of the nicest neighborhoods in Bullard. So if you're looking for a really nice place to live and you want to be on kind of half an acre to an acre, then Windsor Estates could be perfect for you. Please let me know in the comments below. 1, if you live in Windsor Estates, how did I do? 2, could you see yourself living here in Windsor Estates? Let me know. If you can't, let me know why. Like always, thank you very, very much for watching. My name is Ronnie Withers. Please reach out if you are looking and moving to the area, and we'll get you into your dream Tyler, Texas or Bullard, Texas home. As always, I appreciate every single one of you for watching the video, and until next time, cheerio.